GCO5 video dealing with worksheet number 1. Worksheet number 1 is just basically some hands-on work with reflections, and a couple things I guess I want to talk about reflections. First of all, in terms of techniques, we know that a reflection is defined to be the perpendicular distance on the opposite side of the line of reflection. When you have a grid like this, you actually could just kind of count it out. So we're 1 away, so we're 1 away here, we're 1, 2 away, 1, 2 away. Okay, notice I'm using the primes to appropriately show who is who. And then we're able to connect these to generate our identical shape on the other side. And so we can reflect. If our shape, sometimes students think that a reflection is a one-way situation, but the truth of it is that you reflect to the opposite side. So Q would go over here to be Q prime, J would go over here to be J prime, P would go over here to be P prime. Notice you'll see when I draw these in that some things don't change. Let me show you what I mean. This point didn't move, nor did this point. Remember, points on the line of reflection map to themselves, and so they will stay where they're at. When the line is a diagonal, we won't do very much diagonal lines. This is a 45-degree line, so it's fairly easy to do. This one students struggle with quite a bit. Sometimes it's to your advantage to turn it so that things are like this. But ultimately, you can kind of see where it goes. It's a little bit trickier. You can see that this would go, over to this location, and you can see that this would go over to this location. Now that's harder for some students to see that. So let's give you a different technique to doing it. What you can do is just count kind of in a horizontal direction and then a vertical to get there. So I'll show you how I would do R. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can get R prime. T, it would be 1, 2 over, and then down 1, 2 would give me T prime. So there's a couple of different ways to handling that reflection, but all of them get you the same result. We'll do a lot more with grids and reflections for sure, but let's just take a look at, again, notation a little bit. This says reflect over the x-axis, that's our axis here, the point A. Now A currently is at -2 and 5. If you reflect over the x-axis, you will be down here at -2, -5 would be down here, A prime. Here it's got us reflecting B over the y-axis. Here's the y-axis, so it is at 5 and 7, and so it would be at -5 and 7. We're starting to see a pattern there. We'll discuss the pattern another time. Now here's another type of reflection. This is over to the line M. Here's our line M, and we're going to reflect C over it. So C is 1, 2, 3 away. 1, 2, 3 away would be C prime. And that would be at 9 and -4. Now, I like this group of questions. It takes a little bit of thought to figure things out. Using this square here, we're going to do some reflections. It says reflect A over line M. So this is our line. If we reflect A over M, we would land at point C. This asks us to reflect C over line N. Line N is this horizontal, and so C would land over here at G. This says reflect over R, the point D. Let's see. Alright, now watch carefully here. Here's D, and the line R is this one. It would go across here to B. And then finally, this one works backwards. Something landed at B. This is the image landed at B. What reflected over P to land at B? So here's our P line. It must have been F to reflect there. Okay, hope that helps out.